Hello and welcome to yet another live session. Hope all of you are doing well. And this is a very powerful series which we are starting called Road to Rich. In this particular session, which is the first session, we are going to discuss about what are the different steps, what are the foundations which you can learn about wealth creation. So if you are all ready with this session, just type ready in the comment box. And I'll start with the beautiful story of Ram and Shyam. Okay, so these are two guys who are basically two friends climbing the mountain. Their name is Ram and Shyam. Now there is one rich guy on the top of the hill who has a big house on the hill, and he's struggling to get some water on the hill. Okay, so he offers Ram and Shyam and says, Ram and Shyam, there is a well near the, bottom of this mountain. Why don't you just, bring some water for me and I'll pay for it. Yeah, good deal. So what Ram and Shyam does is every single day they go to the well, they fill up the bucket of water inside the well, and then they come out and go to the top of the hill, climb it, and there is a big tank on the top of that mansion where this rich guy is there, and that rich person will pay these guys, Ram and Shyam. Okay, so this is how the entire process is happening. Now, do you think it's a great thing, right? These guys are not doing anything and they are getting a lot of money out there. So this process continues, and over a period of time, what happens is both of them starts getting tired, monotonous in terms of work, and they don't feel like doing it on a regular basis. So Ram is a clever guy. He thinks about it that why are we always climbing, down the hill and fetching the bucket of water? Why can't we just put a pipeline which is pumping the water from the well to the top of the hill? And what he does is exactly like that. So he saves some money, puts that to work, builds the pipeline, and pumps the water on the top of the hill. So that is what he has done. But Shyam is like, who will do all that effort to build the pipeline and save money for it? Why should even I do that? He takes some rest for some time and then starts doing the exact same work again and again and again. And you know what happened after a few years? Fast forward. Ram is, chilling out. He is going to weddings. He is going outside, meeting friends, reading books, pursuing his hobby, and still he's getting money because he is able to deliver the water from the pipeline to the owner. But what happens to Shyam if he is getting ill, if he is not able to, fetch that bucket of water, he doesn't get paid. What we are talking about is the concept of financial freedom, right? So that is what we are going to dive in. I'm Vivek Mashrani, and let's jump into this session. It's going to be super interesting. Now, as much as, the story of Ram and Shyam, we might be feeling it like very simple story. And it is very obvious thing for what Ram was doing. Just put a pipeline and fetch the water towards the top of the hill. But if you think about it, most of us in our life, we actually end up being like Shyam. When we are working actively, spending time for earning money and not having that financial freedom, where even if we are sleeping, there is some pipeline that is working for us, right? So that is the motive of this session. We are going to go deep dive in terms of how we can build sources of passive income. And if you think about the statistics, and you might have seen this slide multiple times, is 90% of the world's population end up doing active income. Basically, they do job, which is, trading time for money, or they are self-employed, where they are doing consulting, or even if they are business, they are actively involved. And if they stop working, actually the money doesn't come to them, right? And 10% of people who are rich, they build something called as pipeline, which is passive income sources, so that they are able to come out of the rat race. They don't need to keep running for getting their money. Okay, so if you are all focused and taking notes, just type TN, taking notes, in the comment box, because I'll try to simplify the exact process in terms of how You can build sources of passive income. It is not difficult, but it requires a process. It requires a systematic way to do it. And I have exactly followed the same process, right? I was also working in a job for almost like 12 years in my life. And I was following the exact same steps, because of which I could come out of that rat race and I could do what I want to do. Yeah. So let's go in and let's jump into the first part. Okay. So if you think about the term rat race, it is like, continuously running like sham to get that water and lift it up continuously, right? If you stop going up the hill, your money will not come to you. Now, to solve this problem, what I've done is I've created an acronym exactly named as rat race. Okay, so to kill the poison, you need poison. Same way, to kill the rat race, I've created an acronym called rat race, and we'll try to go deep into that. Okay, so first let's come to the first part, which is rat. First, we need to build a rat. How to build a rat? Anyone aware about it? First, you have to build a rat, R-A-T. What to do with this? This is what you need to do. So you need to build assets which give you return over a period of time. And that will start building your passive income corpus, right? So if you think about return, that is R, asset is A, and T is time, that is your rat. So that is the bottom line of what you need to build. Assets that compound a period of time and gives you return is what you need to build. And it is very, very simple. All of us know, but what is the process about it? Yeah. So let's dive in about the process. This is the brief process which you need to follow. Okay. So first start. Okay. Start building an investment portfolio of different assets. Then you increase those investments slowly and then repeat this investing cycle, right? So first thing is you need to invest wisely. Then second thing, how to accelerate that process, right? So you earn more, you go and fill more and more buckets, in your active income. If you are doing job or part-time business, you grow your income, gain skills and accelerate your journey. Even if it needs you do your part-time business or part-time hustles, that is how it will accelerate and you will earn more so that you can invest more. Now the last thing, which is spend less. Right? Because if you earn more and don't invest and keep spending that money, then you are again in a rat race. So that is where cut is the first thing. In the last line, if you see, cut is eliminate your unnecessary expenses, manage your cash flow efficiently, make sure there are no leakages inside what you are doing, and then finally align your values and goals with the spending, right? So what you need to do is, even if you are spend on those things which are aligning with your ultimate goals. So if say for example, if you want to grow your skills, right, your spending should align with growing your skills. Okay, if you want to learn how to become better at investing, your spending should align with your long-term goals. That is how you can also spend efficiently whatever you are doing. Okay, so this is like the brief process. I'll not go deeper around it, but just for the sake of how you can do it, I've created an Excel template around it. Okay. This is the Excel template which I've created around it, which will map out each and everything in terms of how to invest, how to grow your income, and how to control your expenses, right? So it's like a detailed financial budgeting Excel, starting from your age, your current salary, which is the year you are in, how much increment you are expecting to get, how much you are saving from your overall salary or income. Then it budgets in terms of needs, in terms of wants, and in terms of luxuries. And then in terms of investing, it is also bifurcating into different asset class, right? So because I've already taken this session earlier, I would highly recommend all of you to go back to this session and watch it. And if you want to download this Excel, you can also download this. I've also pinned the link in the comment section. You can also get it from the description, or you can straight away go to this particular link, right? So technofunda.co/budget is the link for you to start doing this budgeting exercise. Okay. Now let's come to the second part of rat race. Okay. Now we will go deeper into it and understand where we can invest and what are different, classes of asset class. And we'll try to understand where efficiently we can maximize our investing journey, right? So we have done rat. Now we will try to understand race. Okay. So R stands for rent and royalty. Okay, so whenever you are buying any property, it may be your residential property, it may be land, or it could be your commercial property. It gives you rental income. Okay, so our in the race is have a stream of income from rent as well as royalty. Now, what is royalty? A lot of people underestimate the power of royalty. Now, a simple fact which I want to tell everyone is, if you want to be wealthy, what do you need to do? If you want to become wealthy, you simply need to serve more and more people. If you are able to impact more and more people, if you are able to impact more and more lives, if you are able to help more and more people, the byproduct is your wealth, right? So create a digital asset. Like if you are a software engineer, create a software which will help so many people. Like say for example, Uber is an app which is helping so many people to connect with the riders, and no wonder why the owner of Uber is not rich, right? Same way, if you think about Google, they help people to reach whatever content or resources they want to explore, right? And no wonder why Google is one of the biggest company. Yeah. So that is where, if you want to focus on wealth, you need to focus on impact. And how you can create more and more impact is by creating your intellectual property. Right? If you are a software engineer, try to create something awesome in your world. If you are an engineer, create an awesome machine which can be replicated, and more people start using it. Right? What is iPhone? It's a brilliant machine which all of us use. Right? And because of the brilliance and excellence through which how it is created, it has been one of the biggest company in the world. Yeah. So make sure that whatever you are doing, try to create impact. Like even this YouTube video is kind of royalty, right? I am trying to help so many people at a time. If I am helping one friend at a time, it might take so much of time to reach thousands of people. But this video can reach like thousands, 10,000s and lakhs of people, even when I'm not around after a few years. Yeah. So that is where you create a royalty income by creating an impact. Okay, so wealth is a byproduct. So is R clear? Just type super clear with all of you. Yeah. So if R is clear, just type super clear. And for real estate, there are a lot of different options available these days. I've also created a video on REIT. So today's time and age, you don't always need to buy a physical real estate. Okay, you can even buy units of real estate. Even if you don't have much money, you can slowly build your corpus. You don't need to take a loan for buying a real estate. Okay, so just explore this video later on and go through it. Now, second, which is A. Okay, so out of race, the second component is A, which is interest earning assets. Okay, so A is asset which is earning interest. Now, which are kind of assets create interest income for you. So basically the idea is it should give you a fixed cash flow, fixed money in your hand after a period of time. Okay, so that is what is interest earning asset. There are multiple such interest earning asset. There are fixed deposits, there are PF, provident fund, your PPF, your bonds. Each of these asset class comes under interest earning asset. They basically give you some interest income over a period of time. Okay, so that is what you need to also think about it. So that is A for red race. Now the next one is actually C. What is C? C is basically capital gains. Okay, capital gains is basically appreciation of any asset. So if you have bought a real estate, say you have bought a property worth 1 crore and it becomes 5 crores. The 4 crore amount is a capital gains, the appreciation on the property which you bought. If you bought, say for example, gold, okay, and if you bought a gold for 1 lakh rupees and that becomes 2 lakh rupees after 5 years, that is also your capital appreciation. Same way, if you have bought, say equity, right, stocks, and if you have bought a share worth 100 rupees, it becomes 1000 rupee, that is also your capital gains. So interest income is one part, but then capital gains is also very powerful component. Okay. Then you have next component, which is called equity. Okay. So in terms of equity, there are different components which you will get as a income. Okay. Basically, it is owning a business. And owning a business, not like a partner where you need to actually physically go to business to run the business. It is again like passively that business should work for you. It should be something where other people or employees are working for you, and they are just giving you profits ultimately, right? So having an equity in the business and also getting dividend out of it is also a very, very powerful source of income, right? So you get, first of all, capital appreciation if your business keeps on growing, and then also as a cash flow, you keep getting dividend. So that is E for the rat race, right? And if you want to go deeper inside this entire process, and if you're not yet part of my community, you can also attend this deep dive session, which is catered in terms of how you can achieve your financial freedom step by step through this entire process, right? So you can just bookmark this link, technofunda.co/webinar, and you can join that session also. Now, do you want to know what is one of the most important thing when it comes to achieving financial freedom, and why not all people are able to walk the path, even though each of these steps are clear to so many of people around the world? Why 90% of people are still into that rat race? Do you want to know the reason? Just type yes in the comment box. The reason is mindset, okay, which is the most important component, because it's not easy. Every single day, every single bucket which Ram and Shyam is lifting, it needs discipline to first of all save some money out of it. It needs discipline to consistently invest out of that corpus, and it requires discipline and mindset to learn more and more about efficiently compounding in your journey, right? And that is where mindset is one of the most critical component when it comes to achieving this entire financial freedom journey. And if you want to, rewire your mindset, I'll give you a, very powerful affirmations. This is what, I read every single day. And I also recommend all my community members to read every single day, right? So these are called affirmations which rewire your brain and makes you, potent in terms of walking down that path. A lot of people talk about all these things, but they don't talk about the subtle part, which is, rewiring your mindset. So if you read all these, affirmations, I earn massive passive income, I am financially free, I have a choice, I work because I choose to, not because I have to, I admire and model rich and successful people. This is another very, very big mind block a lot of people have. They always criticize rich people, they always criticize successful people, they always feel envy about it. Now, if you say that rich people are bad, how your mind will accept you becoming a rich person? Right? It's a conflict of interest, clearly. So your mind will not allow you to go in that direction, right? So you need to always learn from successful people. You need to always learn from rich people how they have walked that path and how you can also follow that path to become better in your journey. Then fourth is I am truly grateful for all the money and knowledge that I have. We need to be grateful, that whatever we are getting, it's because of something good we might have done, right? Otherwise, there are so many people who are struggling, and people are born in countries where it's so difficult to even achieve and think about financial freedom. And all other different aspects of your mindset, you should be following it. Okay, so this is what is very powerful. I'll tell you how to download this. So I have multiple, such affirmations and other important things which I have placed on my website of the book. Okay, so if you are not aware about my book, the name of the book is You Can Compound, and there are bonuses even if you have not bought the book, which you can download. So you can go to this particular link, which is called youcancompound.com, and that is where you can download one of the screener template which I use. There is this entire mind map which I am using. There is this bonus budgeting cheat sheet which I have shared with you. And then there is a mindset accelerator. And apart from that, there is a reading guide if you are reading the book. Okay, so go to this link, youcancompound.com, and that is where you will be able to find the entire, affirmations which I've just shared with you. And if you're not gone through my book, you can also, of course, order that on Amazon. Okay. Now, another thing, after doing all these things which you require, deep dive into your equity journey is this. Okay, so I'll tell you the path which you need to follow in your equity journey. If you are all ready for this, just type ready in the comment box. So I'll tell you the entire flywheel, which is very, very important for your wealth creation. Okay. So First, you need to have a learning mindset, right? So you can see from the left, you need to have a learning mindset, understand different components of fundamental analysis, technical analysis, psychology behind it. Build your investing system where you can start putting your assets at work. Then, from those investing systems, build your portfolio, track your portfolio through investing journal, reflect on what has happened, and improve your thought process. And if you think about the inner circle which is there, it is basically saving and investing. Then you generate portfolio returns out of it. You basically do your risk management. You keep riding your winners and become better and better in terms of your capital appreciation, and follow the same process and repeat it, right? So this is what is the flywheel of your wealth creation. I've gone deeper into this entire process in one of the videos which I've done, which is called how to use Amazon flywheel to become better investor. You can go through it. I'm not repeating that process, but this is the entire process for you to achieve your financial freedom faster, right? So hope this was useful, and we will continue this series and we'll learn lot more deeper concepts which will help you into your investing journey and ultimately achieve your financial freedom. So thank you so much for watching this session. Hope this was useful, and do share, like, and also subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, and share this video with whoever you think is worthy to see this and who wants to actually go and achieve their financial freedom. So please feel free to share this video, and hope this was yet another awesome session. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless.